What is going on, everybody? It's man Micah back with another video. Back here to talk about the Pixel watch that is chilling on my wrist. Still tipping. Beautiful gold, got the hazel look to match the phone. As you guys know, we went through the black bag, got the boxes. They gave us cards about embargoes, and thank you for joining the team. Got the nice little, which could be microfiber cloth to clean stuff with, and this beautiful box that the watch wasn't even in. But nonetheless, beautiful, beautiful. It gave us the LTE version that retails at $400. Interesting price for the Pixel watches nonetheless. Gave you the Pixel collection. Beautiful unboxing experience. Got that mirror, Shazam. Ooh, smells magnifical. All to lead to this watch right here. And so I probably could do this. And you guys can see that right there. Clean, clean. Oh, few surprises with the Pixel watch. First of all, setting it up was amazing. The experience Google gives you through the setup process with animation and walkthroughs in terms of how to take the bands off and, you know, all that fun jazz. I'm showing you the B-roll right now somewhere on here. What a great experience. And having experience setting up smartwatches on a phone via Samsung's ecosystem, fairly simple walkthrough as well, but I do appreciate Google's experience so much more just because it's that much more interactive and more attention grabbing. So shout out to Google for that. And the minute the phone was ready to go and the watch was on, it instantly detected the Pixel watch. So Google software continues to shine throughout this Pixel ecosystem experience that I am having fun with. And with the Pixel watch, beautiful. I mean, just great. Well, of course, at first when you get it, you're looking at like, wow, that is kind of small. But it's such a weird conundrum that this watch is in, because although it is small or smaller at 41 millimeters, it doesn't actually feel that small on the wrist. And as you guys see, my wrists are not, they're not dainty, but they're also not like ginormous. And as much as I do like this band, I'm ready to get rid of it. I forgot what it's called, fluoroelastomer or something like that. I like leather. I've kind of gotten into chain links. I like mesh. Google, where they at? Google's bands are also much more expensive at like $60, because I was about to get a woven band from them on Amazon, 60 bones. Woo! So in the future. But surprisingly, when looking at the wrist, it's not as small. It doesn't feel as small, even though you know it's small. So it's kind of like a mental, physical thing where it's like mentally you know it's small, and when you look at it, sometimes it looks small, and then other times it's like, man, it looks nice. And maybe the band will help change that as well. But I definitely would have hoped that they could have increased the size by even like 2 millimeters at like 43 and use more of the bezel for the watch faces. Now, the watch faces are still nice on here. Like the one I have right now has like this rotating seconds dial, which is amazing. And you can actually install these or sideload the APK via ADP on your other watches that you have that's running Wear OS. So keep that in mind if you like Google's watch faces, because they are beautiful. They are fantastic. They are magnificent. They are immaculate. Woo, too good. So size-wise, I definitely hope that next year they have 2 sizes, or they increase the size from 41 to even 43 or 44. Make it Galaxy Watch Active 2 size, because that size is very well, and I do like the fact that what makes this feel so much more substantial and bigger for the most part is the spherical style that they went with. Now, I like square heads. That's why I would love an Apple Watch or a watch that came in that similar shape and size, which we might be getting via another, Android manufacturer, I don't know. But, it's hefty. It's surprisingly more hefty. It weighs more, in my opinion, than the Galaxy Watch 4, which is pretty interesting, right? But that stainless steel is no joke. The gold is beautiful. It's kind of hard to see just because, how much the watch band and where the gold is placed, is located. It's basically on the underbelly, so it's kind of hard to see. The crown is gold as well, so You could spot it here and there, and I think getting a gold chain link would really emphasize the fact that the watch is gold. And a black chain, I think, in my opinion, would also emphasize that, or a black band. So color-wise, I do like the fact that you still get to see that accented gold on it. I just wish, you know, if they should have just came up a little bit higher on it, you know, in my opinion. But solid otherwise. Buttons work very well. The crown allows you to go back home. If you press and hold, it will access the power off menu, I think. Oh, I can't remember. Oh, okay, if you press it, you know, you access your apps. If you press and hold the power button, you bring up Google Assistant. That's what's up. No. Go away. We good. You can rotate if you just, you know, and you get nice haptic feedback from the crown when you're scrolling through your notifications. So you get a very pleasant, smooth experience, very responsive, and may I re-emphasize smooth. I mean, borderline smoother than the Galaxy Watch 4. And the Galaxy Watch 4 is smooth, but there are moments that you just, you know, inevitably run into where you can just tell that there might be something struggling here. But this, I have not experienced none of that yet with the Pixel Watch. So from a software perspective, they know what they're doing. Heft, the bezel, which is not as big as has been advertised sometimes, because some watch faces take more advantage of the bezel space than others, but this one is really nice. Price wise, whew, for what you get, it's tough to sell $350 and $400, even when you're considering LT, because LT is a $400 model. And the reason why I say that's tough to sell is because you're not getting a lot of time out of it. It's got to be on the charger more often than other Android phones. 24-hour battery life is cool at first glance to advertise, but when you got phones that's pushing a day and a half or even two and a half days at minimum, you coming in with 24 hours is less than stellar. And it's a little surprising considering how advanced we are with tech, where you don't have to start at the bottom of the barrel from that perspective. You should be able to come in with 2-day battery life at minimum, right? Some mistakes you just don't want to have to make and get, you know, some level of flack for, right? Or criticism for. And battery life is kind of hard in this space right now because battery life has been stuck in that 2.5 day range, unless you're getting something that's crazy big or crazy bulky, or you're basically an e-reader tech in terms of the display and watch face to help preserve battery life. This guy so far is at, I think it was 63 to 64%. So, and this likewise, I took off the charger around the same time, around 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then slept with it on. Got great sleep as well. I've never gotten like 2 hours of REM sleep and 2 hours of deep sleep since I've been using watches to get sleep. I was so worn out from this move. But being able to access that and still have 60% left, and it's been over 12 hours, it shows that I could probably get 2 days battery life out of this watch the way I have mine set up, and it will get better as apps that have been used and all that, as the battery finds its way, as the software, the AI, the machine learning finds its way. Interesting that it's using an Exynos processor, which may be the constraints on battery life, because the battery size isn't small. It's 294 milliamp hours. That's not small, but it's interesting that you can squeeze it. You can only advertise 24-hour battery life. So stay tuned for that as well. The other thing that's kind of hard, in my opinion, in terms of selling $350, $400 for this watch outside of battery life, one size fits all, right? Limited in terms of probably watch bands just because of the style, is Fitbit. At first glance, you think that would be a reason that they could upsell to that kind of price point, but Google has their own Fit apps and programs, but it's not involved in this at all. Now, well, I wouldn't say at all, but definitely in terms of being able to get your information, Fitbit is the way to go, which is fine. Just Google, like you do with some of your apps and some of your programs, get rid of Google Fit then. Because if you're gonna really go the route of Fitbit now, you don't even need your own Google Fit unless you rebrand Fitbit as Google Fit. But Fitbit aside though is cool, but they charge you for it. So you're paying that on top of the price of the watch, it can get a little expensive. Now, when you get the watch, you get 6 months free of Fitbit Premium, which gives you more of the detailed information in terms of your habits, your lifestyle, your sleep tracking, your fitness tracking, your wellness tracking. But, you know, for the year, it could cost like $80, which I think is much better than paying like $10 a month. But you're paying that premium on top of paying for the premium. They should have came out the gate at first, like they did here. They should have came out the gate at like $250 and $300. That would have been a lot more digestible. And then next year with the Pixel Watch 2, with maybe 2 additional sizes, bigger, better battery life, right? Much more understanding and you know, amended, if you will, software programs that we can actually use and align with the Pixel Watch. That would have adjusted or justified a $350, $400 price point. So I think we're a little too early to be charging what they're charging now. I understand you're trying to compete with Apple because Samsung doesn't even come in that hot. Like Samsung comes in at like $279, right? Like even I think before they were like $250, like $249. And then they kind of gradually work their way to $279, $300, $330, $400, you know? So I understand you're trying to be premium, just make sure you got the premium available. So I would say that's why the price point is a little hard on the Pixel Watch. But aside from that, the experience has been enjoyable to use. And I'm looking forward to what this watch continues to bring to me over the course of time. So definitely stay tuned for my further future thoughts, impressions, and review of the Pixel Watch. But again, as always, you guys haven't already, make sure to like the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so I can start videos on my live streams. I don't live stream on this channel. So it's actually like see what's cracking. It's built in for me to say that on my gaming channel. I know. It's your man Micah signing out. Until the next video. Wait for it.